Okay, so now we're going to work on our personal budget worksheet that has a table that we need to fill out, as well as answer 5 questions on the bottom. Make sure you are writing along with me, showing your work on a separate sheet of paper and answering the questions as we go along, because I will be taking a grade on this video as well as the completed worksheet. So, the baker's monthly income is $6,500. Fill in the blanks to complete the table for the amounts and percents they spent on the items below. For the decimal column, change your percents to decimals. So we have a few different things here. We have our housing costs, food, savings, entertainment, clothing, medical, transportation, and emergency fund. Our amount of budget column will tell us how much they spend on that particular thing. For example, for food, they tell us that they spend $910, but we need to find the percent. For housing costs, they tell us the percent of the budget, and we need to find the amount. Okay? So we're either going to find the amount of the budget or we're going to find the percent of the budget. Each time, we're going to use our percent proportion. At the end, once we have the whole table filled out, we're going to fill out the decimal column by simply moving our decimal 2 places to the left. Here's the first blank on your table. The percent of the budget that goes to housing is 30%. If the baker's monthly income is $6,500, how can we find the amount? So, for the first blank, are we looking for the part, the whole, or the percent? You should have picked that we're looking for the part here, because that's what we're looking for, the amount, okay? So, we're going to put X over 6,500, because that is our whole. And for all of our questions here, 6,500 will be our whole. We're going to make that equal to 30% over 100, because they gave us the percent in the table. Let's go ahead and cross multiply. We're going to get 100x equals 195,000. Divide by 100 on both sides, and x is going to equal 1,950. So for the first blank, we should put that the amount of the budget that goes towards housing is $1,950. Moving on to the second one. The amount of the budget that goes to food is $910. If the baker's monthly income is $6,500, how can we find the percent? For this one, are we looking for the part, the whole, or the percent? So we should have picked percent because they ask us right here, how can we find the percent? We have our part, which is 910. We have our whole, which is 6,500. We're going to make that equal to x over 100. Go ahead and cross multiply. When you cross multiply, you should get 6,500x equals 91,000. Then we're going to go ahead and divide by 6,500 on both sides. And we should get x equals 14%. So, under the food and percent of the budget, we should write 14% on the table. The next one that we're going to do is savings. The percent of the budget that goes to savings is 10%. If the baker's monthly income is $6,500, how can we find the amount? For this one, are we looking for our part, our whole, or our percent? So you should have picked whole for this one. Our part for this one, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and do our percent proportion. X over 6,500 equals 10% over 100. We're going to go ahead and cross multiply. 100x equals 65,000. Divide by 100 on both sides. And the amount of money that goes towards savings is $650. Next up is entertainment. The amount of the budget that goes towards entertainment is $520. If the baker's monthly income is $6,500, how can we find the percent? Are we looking for our part, percent, or whole? We're definitely looking for the percent because they asked us for the percent here. So let's go ahead and set up our proportion. Our part is 520. Our whole is 6,500. Make that equal to x over 100. Go ahead and cross multiply. We're going to get 6,500 x equals 52,000. We need to solve for x by dividing by 6,500 on both sides. And once we do that, we should get 8%. So the amount of the budget that goes towards entertainment is 8%. For the next one, for clothing, the percent of the budget that goes to clothing is 8%. If the baker's monthly income is $6,500, how can we find the amount? Are we looking for the part, the whole, or the percent here? We should have picked part because we have our percent and we have our whole. Let's go ahead and set up our proportion. X over 6,500 equals 8 over 100. We're going to go ahead and cross multiply and get 100x equals 52,000. Divide by 100 on both sides. And x should give you $520. So the amount that goes towards clothing each month is $520. Moving on to our medical. The percent of the budget that goes to medical is 20%. If the baker's monthly income is $6,500, how do we find the amount? So are we looking for the part, the whole, or the percent? By now we should figure out that we're looking for the part. Let's go ahead and put x over 65,000 again. Or 6,500, I'm sorry. Make it equal to 20 over 100. Cross multiply, we're going to get 100x equals 130,000. Divide by 100. And x is going to give us 1,300. The last one that we should need to do that has one blank only is transportation. The percent of the budget that goes to transportation is 6%. If the baker's monthly income is 6,500, how do we find the amount? Once again, we're looking for the part, so x over 6,500 equals 6 over 100. Go ahead and cross multiply. And when you do that, you should get 100x equals 39,000. Solve for x by dividing by 100. And x should give you 390. So they spend $390 on transportation. Now, for the last row, for the emergency fund, I want you guys to try to figure that out on your own. So when we add up all of the percents of the budget, what should they add up to? So they should add up to 100%. Knowing that, how can we figure out what percent goes to the emergency fund? So when we add up all of our percents, but not our emergency fund, you guys should have got 94% or 96%. Okay? So if it should add up to 100, then how much should go to the emergency fund? What percentage should go to the emergency fund? So we should put 4% in our emergency fund. Okay? So after we find our percent, I want you guys to go ahead and find the amount on your own. And after you find the amount of your emergency fund, make sure you change all of your percents to decimals. Fill out that column, and after you're done changing all your percents to decimals, answer the 5 questions on the bottom. Once you are done with the 5 questions on the bottom, go ahead and make sure your name is on it. You can staple your work to your sheet of paper, or you can just put both in the black box, and we're done for the day. If there's still a lot of time left, you guys can do cool math, but you have to do something quietly. All right, go ahead and get to it.